As a child, were you captivated by monster stories or fascinated by larger-than-life creatures? Well, now is your chance to step into a world like you have not seen before. Welcome to the Sacred Wood of Bomarzo. This is a park like no other, where stone monsters, mysterious inscriptions, and surreal sculptures give you a walk into a fantasy world. You will find that this park is where children can let their imaginations run wild, but it's just as fascinating for adults who can admire the artistic skills and unique story behind this magical place. Just imagine, these enormous sculptures weren't carved elsewhere from blocks of marbles and then transported here. Instead, they were sculpted directly into the volcanic stones that were already part of the landscapes, making this park feel even more surreal. But to understand the magic of Bomarzo, we need to travel back to the 16th century. This was a time of grand palaces, powerful noble families, and an obsession with art. A local nobleman and prince named Pier Francesco Orsini, also known as Vicino Orsini, was married and madly in love with his wife, Giulia Farnese. Vicino Orsini was not a typical nobleman of the time. He was also a poet and a soldier who participated in many battles that kept him away from home, often several months at a time. When back home, in between wars, he suffered a devastating loss. His beloved wife passed away. Determined to honor her memory, he poured all his emotions into something truly unique, a garden like no other in the world. But this was not an ordinary Renaissance garden of symmetry and perfection. Bomarzo became a place of wonder, mystery, and even a touch of madness. Instead of delicate flowers and elegant fountains, he filled it with monstrous sculptures, mystical creatures, and puzzling inscriptions, as if trying to communicate something deeper, perhaps sorrow, wisdom, or just a playful challenge to those who would visit centuries later, like us. I found the phrase written at the entrance of the Orcus mouth particularly intriguing, ogni pensiero vola, which translates in English to every thought flies. It suggests a sense of liberation and letting go of burdensome thought, perhaps a reflection of the emotions that filled his mind after the loss of his beloved wife. The real mystery is that no one truly knows the reasoning behind these unique sculptures. Were they meant to convey a hidden message or a personal journey? After all, we all have different ways of responding to moments of loss and grief. What we do know is that after Orsini's death, the park was abandoned and forgotten for centuries. Today, Bomarzo is back in the spotlight. And one thing is certain, this isn't just a garden. It's a glimpse into the mind of a man who dared to dream differently, leaving behind a place that continues to amaze, mystify, and spark the imagination of all who enter.